Did they have cameras on them?
I know body cameras issued. I don't know if they were recording or not.
And my question again is why aren't they wearing body cameras?
Sir, we have body cameras. These are battery operated.
You have body camera, yes.
Can I respond?
Mm-hmm.
I'll respond to your question, but you got to let me talk.
Okay. I'm acknowledging it's a body camera.
Be respectful. We all have body cameras. These are battery operated. These battery operated means they have to charge. So they're not always charging. They're not always running. We don't have the ability to have them run for 12 hours straight. They have body cameras issued. I do not know whether or not their body camera was on and running when they had contact with you yesterday. That's something I would have to check into.
So the last 12 hours, and so how long are their shifts?
Their shifts are 12 hours. I did not say they last 12 hours. I said they do not last 12 hours. That's why we have to put them on a charging cradle.
So how long do they last then?
It depends on how long it's been in the cradle and how many times other contacts they've had during the day.
Okay, so did they have cameras on?
They had cameras on them. I do not know if they were recording or not. I would have to check into their camera and download it.
Okay, so I would want that.
Okay, you can make a public records request for that as well.
He's got to wake up in the middle of the night and press the button.
So now actually, what am I paying for again?
The Florida Fish and Wildlife video that you wanted.
The one that was told and doesn't exist.
No, the one that you read your email that says it exists.
No, the one your lady just said it doesn't exist.
You can go pay them and then you can...
Oh, I'm not supposed to go in. I'll hand you the money right across.
We can't take the money. We can't take the money.
Well, unfortunately, I'm being told I can't go in this sense.
Let's go. Let's go. All right,
because rules here. I was told I can't go into this building.
We don't handle any money, so.
Well, someone's got to handle it.
So you need to go in there.
I know I'm not getting arrested.
One exception. I'll walk you.
Nope. You said the one exception was that Farrand said. I was just threatened a minute ago to say that if I went to this building, I'm going to get arrested. I'm not falling for shit. Either I am or not.
Jesse, you're on camera. I'm telling you, you're not going to jail.
You just told me on camera that they said I was not allowed to go in this building.
Today is the last event.
So what happens the next time? They said I didn't need to pay.
Then they have to come up to the parking lot.
Oh, okay. Well, then here I am. Yeah,
I am not that person.
Jesse, come on.
I am not that person to take the money. I don't take money.
Jesse, I'm walking in there to pay, and you walk out and get your CD. Come on.
I want that camera following.
Let's go. All right, let's go.
None of these bitches setting me up and it's for a dummy mission. I handle this thing quite well, though. Good news, honey, you got to see me again. You keep playing with me. All this tongue twisting shit these guys got going on. You can't make up your mind yes or no. Which one is it? I'm being warned and all types of weird stuff, and it's always being violated after. I'm all about following rules. No problem here. I'm getting mixed signals all day long. Thank you, honey. Let's see if I can get this triangle so you can give me my shit. Thank you.
Yep.
We're going to go eat our cold lunch.
Well, they sent out the model. I need a breakdown, please. You're charging me more money. You're charging me.
Farrand said, if you're in the building, 10:15, trespass after warning.
No, sir said as long as he was escorted with me, he's fine to do official business to pick up. So.
She said that he was only to orchestrate that with Cindy, and we're supposed to meet him off the premises.
Okay, well, that's not what I was told, so he's not 10:15 and with me. That's not that. I'll make sure they leave, so.
You already quoted me to send one price, and then went ahead. You see that this mouth kept my mouth shut and said when you were speaking, correct? Okay? Don't you be speaking to me as if I work for you. So calm yourself down. You work for us, not the other way around.
Jesse.
You are a public employee. Handle yourself correctly. I've given you the opportunity of keeping my mouth shut. Thank you. I just reported that. I just reported that.
Everybody's busy with this car that shot up down the street. You want me to see if I can help you, or you want to wait for somebody else?
You have a body camera on?
Nope,
Want to get one?
I don't have access to them. They're all issued.
Just all of them are issued, they're all being used at the very moment?
I mean, they're issued to individuals. We don't keep them like in the station.
What happened to yours that you typically have?
I've never had one.
You've never had one issued? What about the one you had at my house?
You want me to try to help you, or you want to wait for somebody else?
What about the one you had at my house is what I'm asking. Was that not issued to you?
Have you ever had one?
Yes, you did. I got the camera footage.
Anyway, you want to wait, or you want me to try to help you?
Yeah. So I need to make a payment. I also need to put an open records request in.
Okay. So they know you're here to pick up something?
They're not responding to my email, so if they don't respond to my email, I'm just going to do it in person.
So what are you here to pick up?
I'm not here to pick up anything. I'm here to send to put in an open records request.
So this is a new request?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you need now?
I need the 2 officers' body cams from yesterday. At 6:32, they were on Tangerine Avenue. Hey. And while you're here, and you want to tell me about your policy?
Yesterday at 6:32 p.m.
Yep, on Tangerine Avenue. You're on a call. And where's the shooting at? You're
There's a
saying?
car in the alley back there with bullet holes in it,
Which alley's that?
behind 25th Avenue down the street.
And dispatch did tell you that I wanted someone with a body camera, right?
Yeah, but you don't get to tell us when we record. I told you that.
Gotcha.
Record stops,
So when you did your
detention,
online,
arrests,
when you did your
pursuits.
online little interview to this and with that young lady, did you not say to this and that you were not going to have them listen tamper with the cameras? So I'm a little confused why exactly the camera footage last time I got were tampered 4 times with.
You talking about Amanda?
Oh, I don't know. Whoever she was that you did your online interview with, not what you said there.
Online interview.
So now you're telling me something different than what you said on
I've done a
YouTube?
lot of interviews. Are you talking about the one that Amanda did?
It was
or-
about this in your police camera policy and about her asking if you are allowed to turn them on and
that was
off.
the one when I was talking about whether or not we're going to make changes to the policy.
Make changes? No, the question was were you going to be allowed to turn them on and off or tamper with them? So I'm a little confused. Why are they tampering with the cameras?
The interview was, that came out right after the George Floyd death, and I put out a news release saying that I was seeking public input.
You were
on
seeking public
policy
input
changes.
on something else, and saying,
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
camera
that was
part
one
you
of the
said was something
questions
different.
is, should we allow them to turn it off or not? That was one
Okay.
of the questions.
So you're allowing your officers to tamper with your cameras, right?
Not tamper with.
You're tampering if they're putting their hands on their cameras and it's into avoid footage and it's in you're tampering with your cameras.
Well,
That was 4 times with Officer Dillard and it's in with the last
that
video.
could be your opinion.
No, it's not my
They're-
opinion. It's
they're
on
allowed to
video.
turn them off, yes.
It's on video. No, they're not allowed to cover them up and it's in with their hands.
Okay. So this would have been Taylor Myers, Corey Smith.
So what you're saying is you're allowing your officers to tamper with cameras? Is that not against company policies?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So I'm telling you that they've been tampering with the cameras. What are you planning to do about it?
What you have described is not tampering with a camera.
Everything I described
Tur-
apparently in
turning
this end.
off
Yeah,
the
you haven't even
camera.
looked at the video in this end for you to be making any assumptions
I
at the
looked
right
at all
moment.
of the video from Officer
No, you
Dillard's
haven't.
interaction.
Dillard in this end was here and this and tampering with his camera. He did it 4 times. So what do you plan to do
Are you
about it?
talking about when he was talking to you at the beach?
No, when you guys were trying to set me up and it's to get me arrested in your city hall.
Well, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You know, I guess your commanders and your supervisors don't talk to you, do they? Must be nice of this and to go ahead and turn off cameras so you can set up plans on how to arrest me falsely.
Well, I can tell you that if I was planning to make an arrest, I would certainly cover that or turn the camera off because I don't want the person who is going to be arrested to be able to pull the video and see what our plans are. That would not be very
How about the
tactically sound.
conspiring portion of it? Listen, when you're conspiring and they make plans and send to arrest a citizen here, how about that portion of it?
So you think that it's odd that police would meet to have a conversation with how they would go about arresting somebody?
Absolutely, especially when they did it on purpose. When you invited me in, it's only with the intention of being able to arrest
Oh,
me.
you're talking when you came to City Hall?
Absolutely.
You didn't get arrested, did you?
Oh, well, you planned on it though, so why would...
If we planned on it, you would have been arrested.
Yeah, and then why didn't you just let the cameras run then? According to you, and it's a little uneducated of me not to assume that you'd be turning off your cameras and at some point if you plan to arrest me. But if you had no intentions of arresting me, why did you turn off your cameras?
I have no idea why he turned off.
You just continue to keep condoning it.
He has discretion to record what he wants to record.
How
unless-
interesting, because your policy says differently. So
it
again,
does not.
you get to put your hand over
What does the
cameras when
policy
they're
say?
running.
What is the policy?
You get to put your hand over cameras when they're running.
The policy says.
Do you get to put your hand over cameras when they're running?
You can record.
You're supposed to say
Or
that you're
not
turning off your
record.
camera too, right? That wasn't recorded either.
Okay.
That's according to you. So again, they said if they're putting their hands to avoid innocent certain things from being recorded, they said I'm assuming they're tampering with their cameras. So that should be against your policy.
You think that covering the lens is tampering with
Absolutely, especially when you're trying to avoid your supervisors from getting in trouble for threatening to arrest me again. I know, it's interesting.
the camera? Well,
So many
I'm
excuses
gonna
from
disagree
you.
with you that
Yeah, this
that
is
not
one more of those
tampering with-
above and beyond services moments, right? You're like your Commander Farrand.
Anyway, I'm sending your request to Cindy now for that video.
No, I want her to take it verbatim, person, voice.
Well,
It's the law. I get to do that.
You can want that as long as
It's
you want to.
law.
That's not going to happen.
I get to put it in person. So
Well, you just
are you
have.
denying me?
I'm relaying your
Nope.
message to her.
I want her to do it.
It's done.
So are you denying me my rights and to put in Rickard's request in person?
No, I just told you your message is sent.
Okay. So I also need to pay my bill. I have cash.
Bill for what?
My water bill.
Well, you're not allowed in City Hall. So
I
you
know.
gotta make
Well, I'm
arrangements.
here in the sense to pay, to conduct city business.
Put it in the
Well, I
drop
can't
box.
just throw cash into this and without a bill. So
Oh, okay.
I know it's one of those tricky
Well,
situations. So can you have one of the girls come out so they can
You
take the
can-
$100, please?
You can call the utility billing department to make arrangements.
Well, last time they said they ordered by you not to come out to assist me or the city manager. So now I'm here in this sense to have you do it.
I'm not doing it.
Well, then have one of your officers do it, or have one of the girls come out.
What did they
I
tell
need to
you?
conduct in
What
this
did they
city
tell you
official
when-
business,
when you called them
and that's
told
went
them?
well within my rights. Are you denying me my rights again?
What did they tell you when you called them and told them you needed to pay your bill?
Again, they were ordered and said not to come out the building into this, and because someone in there and ordered them not to interact with me.
Okay. That's legitimate.
Is it? This is good. I love stuff like this.
So
Can I pay my bill?
You have to call the utility
No,
billing department to make
Can I pay my
arrangements.
bill? I'm here. I need to pay my bill.
Well, I don't see how that involves the
Well, I
police
mean, you're a
department.
violation of my 14th Amendment rights at the very moment. Listen, and I need to conduct city business. I have cash,
Okay.
$100.
I'm not in violation of anything.
Yeah, you are.
I'm taking your record.
You've been
request.
slandering me to
If
this
you-
end. You've been accusing me of things to
if
this end.
you
Yeah,
want
you've
to
been
pay
a
your water
lot
bill,
recently.
You have
So.
to call the utility billing department.
And again, listen, I
I'm gonna
need
give
to
you
be
the phone
able to
number?
listen to pay. I have the number to this end, but again, they were
Okay,
told
well-
not to come out and send unless you guys were here. So
Okay.
you're here now. So
So call
Now
them
I
and
can
tell,
conduct
call them and
business.
tell them I'm here if they want to come out. But I'm not going to call them for you.
oh, well, I need to conduct business. How do I get it done?
I don't know. I don't work for the utility billing department.
When you do work
You
for
can
City
call
Hall, since
them.
you're the one preventing me from going in.
You can call them.
You're the
to
one
make
preventing me from going
arrangements.
in.
Yes, if you go in there, you'll be arrested.
Okay, absolutely. So you're in violation of my 14th Amendment rights.
If you say so.
I know so.
Do you need the number for utility billing?
No, I would like listen for someone to get in touch with them.
Okay. No, I'm not going to do that for you.
Okay.
If you want to call them, you're welcome to. I'll wait.
Well, I'll just call the sheriff's department yet again and request another officer to arrive.
Okay. Well, then you're going to be sitting out here for a while.
Yeah, well,
So I'm done, I guess.
are you? So what about these policies and your body cameras?
You already got a copy of the policy.
Yet again to this, and when you're putting your hands over cameras into this, and that's against your policy, right?
Disagree.
Yeah, you disagree on that?
Yes.
Okay, again, I love this because I'm gonna go ahead and start doing all these little snippets of all these camera footages gone on and off, and I'm gonna send them into your channel 10. Okay. So, any comments you want to say to the young lady that was interviewing you? Let her know that it's exactly this, and that you say one thing and then do the other.
We've already done that, man. We've already put out our policy since that interview.
Gosh, so your policy allows for your officers to put their hands over their cameras. They're allowed to interfere with camera footage.
Didn't say that.
You just did it.
No, I said that I am going to disagree with you that it is a violation of the policy.
Oh, then you just said it then. Again, you're disagreeing with me, which means that it's not against your policies, right?
Well, there's a difference.
Which one is it?
Because you're
Is it
trying to get me to say that I specifically allow it, and that's not what it said.
Well, you conducting it. You're making sure that they're doing it. So, where else would they get the idea to turn off their cameras after I embarrassed your police department, after placing bets to get, who gets to arrest me first?
Well, that didn't happen.
Oh, it did happen. It's on video.
No, it did not.
Okay.
What he said on video
you go ahead and continue to keep thinking it so you can twist stuff up.
What he said on the video was, anyone care to take a wager on who will have to arrest him first?
No.
Meaning
that's taking a
which
bet.
one of us is going to have to deal with this guy?
That's taking a bet.
No.
All right.
There was
you
never
placing a wager on something that's taking a bet. Okay, continue to keep twisting stuff all you want.
There was never
So, are you going to deny me my ability to pay my bill, please?
Are telling the world that we took bets on who's going to arrest you first is an absolute lie.
No, it ain't. It's on video.
An absolute
no,
lie.
it isn't. You telling the world that I threaten
never
employees and try to
bet.
force my way into a building is a lie.
No, that's not a
Yeah,
lie.
yes, it is.
We have the witness statement.
There will be
from
no
the
reason in this.
independent
What
party
witness
who said you
statements?
did.
You never did any investigation.
I'm pretty much done with you.
What
pointing out
investigation
lies
did you
about
do?
us.
Well, no, you're the one lying. You're the one in control.
Would you
You're
like
the
the
corrupt
report of the
one.
investigation with
Okay,
the
you
witness
didn't do any investigation whatsoever. Forward it to me because I would love that.
Okay, I'll get that one to you.
Okay, and I want to see when it was actually done. It should have been done on the 4th, right?
No, it was done much later.
Oh, of course it is, Nissan, because again, you want to do your investigations months later, and after your ass is embarrassed.
So you've already seen it then?
No, I haven't seen it, Nissan,
How
but
would you know that it was done later?
Oh, not more because you're just telling me that it was done much later. Okay. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm just a little curious, and how you do investigations months later, and after you start accusing people, threatening, and try to force a way into the building. If your officers are taking bets on who gets to arrest me, they would have had every ability to arrest me if I was threatening.
Nobody took a bet.
Okay, well, again, that's your opinion, but public opinion is something different. So, again, last question, one more time: are you denying me from paying my bill at the right moment?
I have nothing to do with you paying your bill.
Okay, you do because you're the one that's violating my rights.
So
you are telling me I'm not allowed in the building to conduct business.
You're not allowed in the building. No.
So again, please make sure I have my rights and to pay my bill.
No, you can make arrangements by calling them.
Yeah, okay. And again, if they're being told by you, the city manager, not to come out, I'm sure there's other ways I can do a lot of things. Yeah. And again, I would still like to pay in cash.
Well, sir, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Call and make an arrangement.
Well, thank you for the wonderful footage, by the way. Awesome.
Okay,
Can't wait to release it.
Have a good day.
So again, you're going to continue to keep having your cops turn off their cameras?
Bye.
Huh? Bye. If it isn't Mr. I Got Wings. I wanted to talk about the body cam.
Yeah. What about?
Can you let me know what your department policies are on your body camera footage, from hiding it, putting your hands on it, alter it?
I don't know if there's anything on there specifically pertaining to that.
So you can alter your cameras, you can hide your cameras.
Not into
So what procedures? I mean, I'm sure that you must be aware of this and exactly this and what is needed, right?
No, I'm like brand new, so.
Oh, okay, well that's why I wanted to speak to her.
No, I don't even think she has one.
So they only giving the newbies and cameras?
It's just like one of those things where it's we just got them, so I think it's us now. And then it's also funding and whatnot. So.
Well, I mean, he said you only have 32 cops.
Right.
You've had cameras for the last 10 years, and for one odd reason, in 10 years, and there's not enough funding for every single cop. Yeah.
I don't think we've had it.
So now I'm being told there's one specifically designated for each cop, but yet, and again, I don't see one instant for each cop.
I'm sorry, say again.
I'm being told that there's one specific camera that's designated to each specific officer.
I can't. I don't know. I wasn't there whenever.
So they didn't explain the policy on cameras?
We have policies on cameras, but.
So are you allowed to cover your camera with your hand?
I'm not. I have no idea. I'd have to
You
look
wouldn't
at
know
policy.
that?
I'd have to look at policy.
You wouldn't know if you
I'm not
can
gonna
do
sit here and
this?
just be like, yeah, for sure not. But
All right, well, let me ask her since she's been here for a little bit. I'm surprised they gave you a camera. They didn't tell you the policies on it. I wanted to ask and send, Mija, cálmate. No por tanto. Listen, no one came here to yell at you. Well, how are you, Mr. Lee? Good afternoon, Mr. Lee. Thank you very much. My day is going pleasant.
Okay, what can I do for you?
I wanted to know more about the camera policies and for the body cameras.
I'm not issued a body camera.
Well, I know you may not be issued one, but you know anything about the body camera policies, right?
What's the question?
Can your officers place their hands to obstruct and descend the body cameras?
Sometimes officers place their hands on the wrist. I don't know per se what policy says. You know?
no, I told the same thing.
I mean, how is it that they have a policies? I mean, I'm sure they have to have had you sign it.
If you're talking about like this, like
No, if to cover your camera
No, I don't think anybody intentionally covers their camera.
and to cover your mic.
And doesn't
I mean, your
work.
mic is right there.
It doesn't work.
So
It doesn't
if
work
you,
like that. So that's what I'm saying. So even if I put my hand here, you'd still be able to hear.
all right. So are your officers allowed to do that? Is what I'm asking.
I can look during policy, but I'm pretty sure you have our camera policy, don't you?
Well, I do, in this, and for one reason, it's being misconstrued by your chief again. So, although he specifies one thing on video when he's being interviewed by the media, then he specifies something completely different when he's being put on my camera.
Do you have a time that you want to report?
No, yes, which is in a sense that policy violation for your
That
cops.
is a complaint, right?
Well, it's still a crime.
What I can do is
That's
I
a
can
crime,
forward-
actually.
I can forward the complaint to my sergeant, correct? And then she can contact you if she has any more questions.
Trying to hide evidence
Okay. Secondly,
is a crime.
all right, if you don't have a crime that you're willing, or there's a crime that's going on that you want to report it immediately right now.
No,
where
but I
we
still
can
have the
go
right to
report.
ask my officers in this and has a tax
Yeah,
paying
and that's
citizen
fine.
the same
we
questions, right?
have other things that we need to do.
Well, you just said in this to me a second ago that I needed to wait until you were done peacefully, and I did that, right?
All right,
To have
he
a conversation
asked
with you, right?
You had a conversation with both of us.
Well, he's saying
As
to
of
this
right
end,
now,
ultimately,
we
he
gave you
doesn't
the
know it's in the
information that we were
policy
able to
information,
do
which
it,
is the reason I'm coming to
correct?
you.
We
Did
gave
you
you all
not
the
tell me that if I
information.
waited patiently, this and that, I would be able to talk to you?
I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
Well, no one's
I'm not doing
arguing.
this
That's
today.
exactly what you said, Mr. Lee. I'm in the middle of something, but when I get done, I'll hit
Okay,
you up.
He said he was going to talk to you, correct?
No, both of you did.
I did not say I
Yeah,
was
you
going to
did.
talk to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we talked. We gave you the information that we knew on hand that we could think of, correct?
Okay, so I'm going to ask in the sense for you guys to educate yourself on your policies, because the next time I'm going to stop you, I'm going to ask you the same questions again.
Well, as of right now, we're going to go.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
go today.
I figured in this
I'm
end,
gonna
of
finish
course,
the notes
there's
for this for
your
you.
basketball's
Okay?
calling,
And then if I were you,
the crickets are in labor. I get it. So,
Okay.
if you
All
don't
right,
mind,
have a
listen
good day,
again.
Mr. Lee. All right?
Updating yourself on your policies for
Do you
your
mind?
body cameras, so that way, I
Alright,
can
Mr. Lee.
actually have a decent conversation with you later. Because I personally would like to know if your officers are going to be allowed to
Okay, I'm
continue keep
trying
turning
to
on
leave
and
in
off
your
their
block my
cameras.
vehicle at this point,
I would like to
okay?
know that if
I'm trying
there
to
is an
leave.
investigation to stop, are your
Mr. Lee,
officers
I'm
allowed to
trying
turn
to
off the
leave.
cameras
You're
consistently
blocking my
throughout that
vehicle.
stop? Oh, I know. I'm
can't
gonna
block my
leave.
vehicle.
I'm not blocking. You
Okay.
got plenty of room.
Yeah, I don't.
You got plenty. What was blocking it? Look at all this room. You got almost 2 parking.
I don't
Wow.
want to even try to.
I don't even want to aim on this one, though. And please tell me this, and as a woman in this, and you know how to drive better than this and
I'm
this.
not going to even try it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, though. Don't tell me I'm blocking you in. Well, I'm clearly not blocking you in.
Okay, well then you
Let's
can
keep the drama
Can
down
you
into
please
at least
move over
2%
that?
today. I just did. I will move inch. That's what you consider inch? Wow. That's why I love carrying. I'm telling you, this is just wonderful. You're gonna continue to keep mistreating me
I'm not
when I've never done anything wrong to you?
legit trying to keep-
Have I ever done anything wrong to you that you continue to keep mistreating me?
All right, go and get in the car.
Again, familiarize yourself with your policies. That way I can get a decent response later. Don't hit nobody.
Where are you currently on body cams? Do all officers who are on duty have them? And what are the policies around when they are on and the ability of an officer to turn them off?
We are moving towards 100% deployment. We are not there yet because it's expensive. We started using body cameras about 10 years ago. When we first started it, it was optional, completely optional for the officers to use them. If they had one in their possession, then they're required to activate the camera to record any stops, detentions, or arrests if time and circumstances permit. Obviously, if something happens in the heat of the moment and they don't have the time to reach up and switch the camera on, I won't fault them for that. But
if an officer has one and responds to a call that results in any of the things you just listed, they have to turn it on?
yes, and of course there are some exceptions. For example, inside a medical facility, inside a person's residence, those sort of things. Then there may be some questions they have to ask before they start the recording. But yes, for the most part, any stop, detention, or arrest.
And so as you upgrade, the plan is to have a body camera on every officer?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the idea.